All right, I'm redoing this live because I watched the last one and I am all over the place because I had a few distractions. I'm taking my kids sledding right now. They're outside the car. I have baby sleeping in the back. So I'm going to redo this. I know this is unpopular, but I believe that AI needs to be in control of our courtrooms because then it would go straight by the law and not by bribes, not by conspiracy, not by collusion, which is what I've personally witnessed take place in Dakota County. I personally witnessed collusion and corruption take place in the Dakota County court system where it's not, what's the word I'm looking for? They're not making the same judgment calls. Like there's two HROs, the same exact Facebook post that I had two individuals file on me. One of them got his denied. He showed zero evidence. He had his buddy judge come in and approve it. 2 weeks later, I had court with the person who committed perjury to get hers approved, saying I made threats of violence to her daughters. I took her to court and fought her in court on it, where she actually provided the evidence. And even the judge said, this is not harassment. I cannot approve this. So when you see that kind of stuff taking place, like that is to me clear signs of collusion, clear signs of proof. Going through and reading court documents from these individuals on another case with another individual. They conspired against another individual through the Dakota County court systems. I am a witness to this. I watched it happen. I was harassed by these people. I had threats. Me and this other person had threats made against us by these people, threatening CPS on me, who've never been around me or my kids, threatening CPS on me. They threatened to throw us both in jail if we didn't delete our posts. Constant phone calls, again, harassment by these people, but yet they're filing harassment restraining orders against me. I have never contacted these people in my life, ever. What it is I share this individual's post who has reasons to believe his mother was poisoned by his father and that his ex-wife and father are having an affair. I shared why I believe him. That's what I shared on the internet. I shared why I believe this is true, and it's because I went and read his court documents. And he's being arrested for trying to contact his children, which I think was insane, very insane to me, that this is what our judicial system is being used for. It's being used to harass people. It's being used to bully people. And that is terrifying. So if we had AI coming in and actually doing the law, then I think we'd see a lot more justice taking place, because you wouldn't have people paying all this money out to attorneys. You wouldn't have bribes or special relationships with judicial officers and attorneys. I don't know where all these things pop up, but whatever. AI, man. AI is doing something. So anyways, yeah, AI would be the best route when it comes to our court systems, because we shouldn't have to pay money to have to have rights. As of right now, like, people are scared to go pro se because if you do things wrong in the court, they think you're crazy, they think you're whatever, because we don't know the exact structure of the courtroom when we go pro se. Like, I didn't go to school to be an attorney, but I know my rights. A lot of other people know their rights. They should be able to speak up in court for themselves. But right now, like, you have DCF and CPS that are trafficking children right now. Like, they are taking children away from parents who are actually loving parents to their children, and they are stealing children out of these homes for the most ridiculous reasons, you guys. I have been following multiple cases through this Facebook group. I have had multiple people share their stories with me. I even, like, family court, okay, like Andrew's case, or another case, Phoenix Rising. I've watched her stuff as well. And just seeing what they're doing and the retaliation these judges are doing, because if you know your rights, or if you try to go after them for basically breaking the law, they retaliate against you. They put warrants on you for you to be arrested if you call them out at all. This is bad behavior, and it's very terrifying that if you speak up for yourself, you're basically thrown in jail, and that's it. They lock you up and throw away the key if you speak out against the system. If you call the system evil, you're then forced to be on medications because you're saying the system's evil. I literally personally witnessed this in these court documents on this one case, where he said the system is evil to the mental hospital, and that's why they okayed him to be injected with medications, which they didn't end up doing because he complied and took the medications that they made him take, which again, I think is also super criminal, that you are forcing somebody on medications that have horrible side effects. That's what our system's doing. It's literally destroying people's lives. It's taking away people's freedoms. I had my constitutional rights violated in the Dakota County judicial system, where I was told I'm not allowed to speak about a certain individual on the internet until February 5th, 2026, which is coming up here. So When that comes up, I will be sharing everything, all the videos, all the evidence I have, because I have been too scared to share it, because what I have witnessed with people being thrown in jail for reasons they shouldn't be thrown in jail for, I have not shared all my evidence on the internet because I'm not allowed to speak of this individual on the internet. But I still have spoke about him a little bit because I have rights, and I've been ballsy enough to do it. But again, once that February 5th comes around, I am going hammy bones on all my evidence. I have a whole file folder full of videos, of lies. I'm going to be sharing the statements, the court documents, all of it, because I have a right. I have a right to share what Dakota County is up to and the collusion and corruption that is taking place in our judicial system. And if we had, right, AI doing the work rather than corrupt judges and the special relationships between attorneys and judges and school officials and judges and things like that and police officers, like what I have been a witness to is terrifying. So again, it has put fear in me to not speak up, which I hate that. I hate that I have been put in this position where I can't practice my rights. My constitutional right to freedom of speech has been trampled upon by Dakota County. I am seeing other people's rights being trampled upon, not just in Minnesota, but in Florida. The Santa Rosa County courtrooms. I listened to all the court hearings of this woman who had her daughter taken away by DCF for medical reasons. And what they have done to her is harassment. It's bullying. They've traumatized her family and her daughter. They removed a little girl from a loving mother who is a very good advocate for her daughter, saying that they don't think that she's going to give her the medication. If they give her daughter back, she's not going to give the medication, even though this woman in court says, I will record myself giving her this medication every day. Just please give my daughter back. This woman had very legitimate reasons why she didn't want her daughter on this Trikafta medication for her daughter has cystic fibrosis. She had very legitimate reasons why she did not want her daughter on this medication. And DCF came in and took her daughter away, told her how she needs to react. Oh, when you go in there, we're taking your daughter today, and I watched the body cam footage, so I saw this happen. I personally witnessed this. We're going to be taking your daughter today. If you need to go in there, you need to not show any emotion. And so she's going in there, she's packing your daughter's bag. Again, I'm watching this whole video. She's packing your daughter's bag. She's trying to explain to the DCF worker, right? Like, this is how her medication is. This is when she has to be given it. Like, trying to explain medication. And she's like, yep, yep. Like, not even listening to this woman explain how the medication needs to be given for her daughter. Like, you guys. And then they put a gag order on this woman. They put a gag order on her, and then because people are sharing her story, now they're filing court documents against her that she's going against the gag order or whatever, even though it's not her. It's her. She already shared her story. Now we're sharing her story. And so now DCF is trying to terminate her parental rights. This is child trafficking. DCF, CPS, these social workers, the judges, attorneys are all involved with child trafficking, whether it's through DCF, CPS, the family court system, right? Like Andrew's daughters. Yes, they are being trafficked right now. To not have any rights to see or speak to your father, that is child trafficking. To not give children rights at all. As somebody who grew up with divorced parents, I should have had rights. I should have had rights when it came to who I wanted to live with, where I wanted to be, but I didn't have those rights. They were stolen from me. Children are treated so horribly right now in this country, and I think that that's awful. And again, if we had an AI system that gave children their rights back and gave parents their rights back and gave citizens their rights back, we would see a much better country. But right now we have too much collusion and corruption taking place in our courtrooms. And it is so terrifying. There's no due process taking place, and this needs to change. So again, I think AI would be the best option when it comes to our judicial system, because it would be straight by the law, no special relationships, no collusion, no corruption. It would fix everything. Okay? Love you. Have a great